the flexure shape generic shape is perhaps the most versatile of all the shapes in this library. If we click on this one, initially we follow the prompts up here for the width and the height. So basically we can make a rectangle, a square, or something in here, then modify it. So we will make something 200mm square. So 200mm by 200 with a 10mm leading line gives us a square. We can then add cutout, so we can stick a hole wherever we like. So we click on add cutout. We'll go for a circle, a hole. We'll make it 20 diameter, and we'll reference it. All dimensions are referenced from the bottom left hand corner. So we'll stick it 50mm across and 50mm up. So there's a hole. We'll then add another cutout. We'll go for a vertical slot. Again, we'll make that 20 wide by 50 long, and we'll stick that right in the middle. So we'll go center will be 100 by 100, and you can carry on add these with as many as you like. So what we'll do now is look at the corners. So this represents our shape here. So we've got corners A, B, C, and D with these dimensions, the corners. So we stick in a dimension on here. We'll make that 50. So that'll rad that corner at 50. If we toggle A, it will then take it through for through a chamfer and then a notch. It might be we want an uneven notch because we're going to fold this up into a box. So we can uneven notch. The rad doesn't change, but the chamfer will become an uneven chamfer. We can do that on each corner. If we make this 200, the same as the height, then we end up with a basically we can start to make rhomboids and triangles. So if we do the same on D, we'll make that 50 and this 200, and we scroll through the options for that. So now we've made a whatever that is. If we go minus 50, we can go the other way, so that would be a parallelogram, I think, that one. So by messing these dimensions here, we can make sort of any sort of plate shape we like within reason. Make that 50 again. We could take these together and make a triangle. We could have a triangular plate. We could have we can also stick cutouts. So if we go for a cutout at the bottom, 20mm cutout by 50mm wide. So there's a notch there. If we make that minus 20, we get a notch going that way. If we turn these off, let's go back to as it was. Turn that off. So back to our basic square. We can then we could turn it into an L bracket. We could take this corner out completely. So we'll make that 50 and that 50. So there's quite a lot we can do on here. We've also got extra features we can add. We do a PCD. So this, if we just add that, we'll see what it is. That's basically going to stick in in this case, four holes. If we change the center from that to be 100 by 100, our number of holes will have a 6 and a PCD of 100. Hole diameter 15mm. And we can add that feature so we can start to build up flanges. So you can have a flange with maybe an arch top. Let's do that, 100 and D 100. Scroll through the options, go back to those. So there's a flange with a bit at the bottom. If we don't want to add the holes, we can delete those out and we can change the numbers and have another go. Other options on here are an array. So row pitch, maybe 40mm. 40mm. We'll have 3 rows and 3 columns, so this should stick 9 holes, 20mm diameter in there, offsetting it from the bottom corner by 20mm. So we'll just add that feature, see how it looks. So there's our bunch of holes. We want to stick them a bit further over, so we'll change our offset to 50mm. 50. Add feature. So a bunch of holes in the middle there. Other options on here are slots. That'll do the same thing but with slots. Arcs. So it's quite an interesting one. So we add the feature, we get a bunch of like adjustment arcs. We'll undo that. We can offset the start angle for those, so we can have them at 45 degrees perhaps. 45 degrees. We can change the size of the arc from 45, we'll change that down to 15 degrees. Bolt centers, number of arcs, again we can modify, so add that feature. So there's our smaller arcs, so we can then intersperse those with holes, should we so wish. So there's quite a variety of things you can do on here. If you get something wrong at any time, we can edit them. So if you can see the little red number next to each item. So number 1, if we edit number 1, so it's selected already, but you just tap the box there, tap it the number you want, enter, and then edit that. It's diameter 20, 50, 50 is the location. So we make the diameter a bit bigger, 21, and enter continue to continue. We can see that's now increased the diameter of that. So you can start to build up quite complex shapes in here. If it's something you want to make a few of, we can then save and edit it, recall it to edit it. So we'll save this one, save and next. So we'll call it demo 1. So if there's little brackets and things you're making that you're going to use a few of, you can create them, save them, recall them. So we'll go back to that shape now. So flex the generic shape, saved shape, demo 1. There we go, we get a preview. So we can open that again. So we'll do another one of these and show how the box section works.